COVID recovery rate reaches 76.61% in India. In Northeast, Nagaland records a recovery rate of 76.93%. And Union Finance Ministry asked banks to refund the charges on electronic transactions conducted after 1st January this year. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Jolly Hoikia Gogoi with the news in detail. Former President Pranab Mukherjee passed away today. He was 84. The condition of Mukherjee declined this morning and he suffered a septic shock due to his lung infection, the Army's Research and Referral Hospital said. Mukherjee's political journey started in West Bengal in the 1969 by-election in Midnapur when he was the election agent for V.K. Krishna Menon, who ran as an independent candidate. He caught the eye of Indira Gandhi, who chose him for a Rajya Sabha seat. Besides serving 2 terms as Union Finance Minister, Mukherjee also held the post of Commerce Minister in 1993. Mukherjee worked under 3 Prime Ministers, Indira Gandhi, Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh. He is the only finance minister to have presented budgets before the 1991 reforms as well as after the 1991 economic reforms. President Ramnath Kovind, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal and other dignitaries expressed their grief over his death. The Assam government today said that no illegal person will be included in the National Register of Citizens (NRC) list. Replying to a question by Congress member Rupjyoti Kurmi on the first day of the 4-day State Assembly session, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Chandramohan Patwari, speaking on behalf of the Chief Minister who holds the Assam Accord implementation portfolio, said that no genuine citizen will be left out and no name of illegal resident will be included in the NRC. Patwari said the state government favors 20% verification of the NRC in the districts neighbouring Bangladesh and 10% verification in other districts. The session got off to a noisy start with the heated arguments and protests by opposition over the NRC, foreigners issue and the alleged government failure to manage the COVID-19 pandemic in the state. The House will take up the demand for supplementary grants tomorrow. A brigade commander flag meeting between Indian Army and People's Liberation Army of China was held today at Chushul to discuss provocative military movements by PLA troops. Indian Army today said PLA troops violated the previous consensus arrived at military and diplomatic engagements during the ongoing standoff in eastern Ladakh. Chinese troops carried out provocative military movements to change the status quo in the intervening night of August 29 and 30. However, Indian troops preempted this activity on the southern bank of Pangong So Lake. Army undertook measures to strengthen its positions to thwart Chinese moves to unilaterally change facts on ground. The Indian Army said it is committed to maintaining peace and tranquility through dialogue, but is also equally determined to protect its territorial integrity. Union government today said the country's recovery rate among the COVID-19 patients has reached 76.61%. Around 60,868 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours. The Health Ministry said the total number of recoveries has reached over 27.74 lakh. The ministry said the last 5 lakh recoveries have been recorded in only 8 days. The constantly increasing recoveries have ensured reduction in the actual case load of the country, and it now comprises only 21.6% of the total positive cases. It said effective implementation of centre's strategic and graded test, track and treat approach has led to higher recoveries and lower fatality. Currently, India's case fatality rate is at 1.79%, which is one of the lowest globally. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, more than 8.46 lakh tests were conducted during the last 24 hours. In Nagaland, 109 COVID-19 patients have recovered, while 71 new cases have been detected today. The recovery rate of coronavirus in the state has improved to 76.93%. The total number of COVID-19 cases has reached 3,922, of which 887 are active cases. A total of 3,017 people have recovered from the disease, while 9 have lost their lives so far. The number of corona-positive patients in Arunachal Pradesh rose to 4,034, among whom 2,822 people have recovered and 7 people have lost their lives. In Manipur, the number rose to 6,112, of whom 4,239 have recovered and 28 have fallen to the disease. In Meghalaya, the number rose to 2,362, of whom 1,091 have recovered. Mizoram counted a total of 1,011 corona-positive cases, among whom 589 have recovered. Nagaland counted a total number of 3,922 with 3,026 recoveries, whereas 1,627 people were positive in Sikkim with 1,220 recoveries. In Tripura, 11,644 people were found positive with 7,433 recoveries. In Meghalaya, Director of Health Services Dr. Aman War has informed that the total number of containment zones, including boat areas and houses at present in East Khasi Hills, stands at 36. Talking to reporters in Solung, Dr. War said the total number of containment zones declared till date is 76. On the positive cases in Negrims, he informed that there are 17 people among them who are asymptomatic.
Where we have contained till date so far is 76.
In Assam, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma in a tweet said the total number of active COVID-19 patients in the state now stands at 22,965, whereas 82,510 patients have recovered so far. In the last 24 hours, of 34,102 tested samples, 1,980 samples were positive. The positivity rate has reached 5.80%. The death toll has gone up to 296. The novel coronavirus has affected 2,54,13,598 people across the globe till date. The death toll rose to 8,51,078 and 1,77,23,281 people have recovered till date. USA counted a total case of 61,75,008. Brazil followed next with a total of 38,62,311 COVID-19 cases, and Russia had 9,95,319 cases. The Union Finance Ministry has asked banks to immediately refund the charges collected after the 1st of January this year on transactions carried out using the electronic mode prescribed under the IT Act. The ministry also advised banks not to impose charges on any future transaction carried out through the electronic mode. It said the Central Board of Direct Taxes (CBDT) had issued a notification in this regard on December 30 last year. The ministry said a new provision has been made in the Payment and Settlement System (PSS) Act, which provides that no bank or system provider will impose any charge on a payer making a payment or a beneficiary receiving payment through the electronic mode. Director General of Civil Aviation (DGCA) has extended the ban on scheduled international commercial flight operations till the 30th of September. In a circular issued today, the DGCA said the restriction shall not apply to international all-cargo operations and flights specially approved by it. The aviation regulator said, however, international scheduled flights may be allowed on selected routes by the competent authority on a case-to-case basis. Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, Brigadier Dr. B.D. Mishra, retired, has extended his warm greetings to the people of the state, particularly the Adi brethren, on the festive occasion of Solung festival. He wished that the festivity continues to showcase the rich and vibrant heritage of the Adi community, adding to the magnificent culture of Arunachal Pradesh. In his message, the governor said that festivals are an inseparable part of the socio-emotional life of the people. The festivals are very essential aspects in life for promoting community bonding and bonhomie. The Solung festival is the unique way of the Adi community to pay their obeisance to Mother Nature for her benevolence to mankind. The Sports Authority of India, SAI, has been opening up its facilities for sporting activities in a phased manner after the Union government announced Unlock 1. In the first phase, Olympic and Paralympic bound athletes began sporting activities at SAI's facilities. As the country enters Unlock 4, SAI has decided to open up its facilities for development group athletes. In the first leg, SAI has geared up to open up sporting activities for shooters of the Target Olympic Podium Development Group and athletes of National Centre of Excellence at the Karni Singh Shooting Range from September 2. Now to end the news, we have the headlines once again. Former President Pranab Mukherjee breathes his last after prolonged illness. President, Prime Minister, other dignitaries condole his death. No place for any illegal citizen in NRC, nor will a genuine one be out of it, announces Assam government in State Assembly. Indian Army, China's PLA, hold a flag meeting after troops of neighbouring country carry out provocative military movements. COVID recovery rate reaches 76.61% in India. In Northeast, Nagaland records a recovery rate of 76.93%. And Union Finance Ministry asks the banks to refund charges on electronic transactions conducted after 1st January this year. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.